Enjoy a brilliant sleep experience with Soundcore from Anchor. Stressed out by your partner's snoring? Having trouble falling asleep? Waking up too easily? Suffering from poor quality sleep? Now, put on Soundcore Sleep A20 earbuds. Experience unparalleled pressure-free comfort perfect for side sleepers. Choose your favorite sound in your curated playlist. Feel your body getting lighter and lighter and enjoy a full night of peaceful sleep with the A20's long-lasting battery. Then wake up feeling fresh with a personal built-in alarm. Get the sleep you deserve with Soundcore Sleep A20 earbuds. Discover more on soundcore.com. SOUNDCORE. Soundcore. Use code SLEEP at checkout to get $30 off. SLEEP in all caps.
The new Boost Mobile network is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for life.
That sounds like a threat.
Then how do you think we should say it?
Unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for the rest of your life?
I don't know.
Until your ultimate demise.
What if we just say forever?
Okay.
$25 a month, forever.
Get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile forever.
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
Work management platforms. Ugh. Endless onboarding, IT bottlenecks, admin requests. But what if things were different?
We found love in an open space.
Monday.com is different. No lengthy onboarding. Beautiful reports in minutes. Custom workflows you can build on your own. Easy to use prompt-free AI. Huh. Turns out you can love a work management platform. Monday.com, the first work platform you'll love to use.
Good evening, Gabby.
Good evening, TC, and welcome all to Terry Currans, the weekly football podcast. Steady away, son, how are you? You okay?
Yeah, no, not too bad. First and foremost, let me apologise, because I broke my bridge about 2 months ago, so if I sound as though I'm speaking with a lisp, I get the new bridge back in next Wednesday, so I'll probably feel a lot better that way.
Yeah, you've suffered a bit with that bridge, ain't you?
Well, no, it's been in a long time.
Yeah.
You know. And what happened? It broke about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So I've been waiting to get it done, or to get a new one in, and with it being over Christmas, it's obviously taken a little bit longer than anticipated.
Absolutely, and it was Cloughie that put it in, wasn't it? Well, not Cloughie that put it in, but the Forest dentist.
Well, yes. First and foremost, I'll never forget Les Strong, because we were playing. It was that day when George Best had just signed for Fulham, and Les Strong elbowed me smack in the face, and that knocked two of my teeth out, and three of them were dead. Unbelievable, Jeff.
Was it that game that you scored that worldie and George Best? Was it really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. What a day of trials and tribulations for Terry Curran. Because it was George after said you were your son player, ain't you?
Yeah.
What'd you say? Oh, thanks very much, George.
To be honest, I got that from a lot of big name players. What came up after games and that was said to me, you can play, can't you?
Blimey, but that certainly, when people say the memorable goals that you scored, you're not going to forget that, because that was the day that you got your bridge as well. I did put up my favourite Terry Curran goal, was the goal that you scored against Sheffield United for Forest at the City Ground. I think that was arguably one of the greatest goals I've ever seen. Yeah,
it was a good goal. I think Viv Anderson played me in. A couple of players sold themselves a little bit.
Yeah, true.
The referee could have given a free kick, because I've dragged someone back.
Mm.
It just shows you, doesn't it, how things work out. I mean, it was a great goal. Make no mistake of it. In fact, I have scored some great goals in my time.
You see,
I haven't scored enough goals, but I played out wide. And when I played out wide, I tended to make more goals, or assisting more goals. Absolutely. My dad would say to me, "Why don't you shoot more?" And I said, I get as much satisfaction out of making them as I do scoring them. Because I would celebrate as though I'd scored it anyway. Well, I made it.
Pretty much you did, didn't you? I mean, the goal maker and the goal taker, there's no difference. where the only difference is the goal maker that day didn't have the same ripped shirt as the goal taker had. Your shirt was unbelievable. Did you say to him, look, I'll swap it after, but not during the game? Having said that, you didn't really swap shirts in them days, did you?
No, there were no swapping the shirts back in
No.
those days.
Well, you couldn't.
In fact, well, the thing is, there was only that one kit.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm
So
saying.
that
Yeah.
got washed.
Yeah.
That got washed.
Yeah.
You know, what I did used to say to a lot of players, don't come stop at my house at night time because our man marked a lot back in those days.
Yeah.
They did a lot of man mark. I mean, they don't do it nowadays, do they?
No, they play a different game these days. I think they're frightened to get too close. In fact, I think nobody got very close to Isak. I think he's just put Newcastle into the final of the League Cup. Tremendous finish. Arsenal down 1-0 at St James's Park after 4 minutes.
I tell that Tom, his son play that kid.
He's a good player.
They'll not keep him.
Nah. I know that, they scored 5 goals against Man City the weekend, but I mean, this is a different beast. Newcastle really are on fire at the moment. I mean, the only ridiculous result they've had recently.
Well, I wouldn't say they're on fire. I mean, they got beat.
Bournemouth 4-1.
By Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I mean, Bournemouth played quite well, didn't they?
Yeah, but
anybody what saw the game.
But weren't they on a 9 straight wins unbeaten? Going into that Bournemouth game, yeah?
I keep saying to my lads, I look at Bournemouth as being a little fourth division team.
Yeah, same here.
As a young lad growing up and as a young lad playing football, they were always in the bottom half of the league, you know.
Absolutely.
And then they got two great players in Phil Boyer and Ted McDoodle, and they obviously went into the third division and had a little bit of success that way, But no, it's incredible, fantastic.
Wasn't it Bournemouth and Boscombe as well in those days, or AFC Bournemouth and Boscombe? We just call them Bournemouth now, don't we? And
I've never heard that. That's first.
I'm sure.
First time I've heard that.
I'm sure it was AFC Bournemouth and Boscombe. I will have to look that up.
I've always known them as Bournemouth, me.
Yeah.
Unless it was before that, before that you've seen it, in one of those books. But I've always known them as Bournemouth.
Well, the referee's holding the ball. The Newcastle fans are all holding their mouths. I don't know what's going on here, but the goal's been given about 2 minutes ago. Don't say they're going to disallow this goal. I'm watching the screen with no commentary, so I don't know what's going on. He's gone to a big screen. I have no idea what's going on in this game of football.
Well, I'm in the bedroom, so if he's gone to the screen, they're not going to give it, are they?
Well, I mean, it was 2 minutes ago. He's actually disallowed the goal.
Gabby.
Oh my God, the game's gone.
Gabby, that's not the first time that's happened.
No, this is quite incredible, too.
No, Gabby, listen, that's happened before that. They made 2 minutes. I think 3 or 4 minutes that's happened.
I mean, this
the game
is
has gone. The game has gone. This game is more corrupted than you'll ever know.
And also, as well, in the League Cup, they've got VAR, but in the FA Cup, they haven't. So if they were playing in the FA Cup then, there'd have been a goal up, 3 goals up on aggregate and on the way to Wembley. I think that's an absolute disgrace.
Right.
But there you go.
If you're a Premier League club and you fetch that ruling into the Premier League, the VAR, then it should go in all competitions with Premier League teams.
Absolutely. Well, they used to have it in the FA Cup last season. Certain games have got VAR, certain games hadn't got VAR. Probably in the later rounds, because they'll be all Premier League clubs, they'll probably have VAR this season. I mean, it's an absolute. They've made an absolute pig's ear of the game of football. In fact, Wolves are the only club that had any bollocks when they said, we don't want VAR, let's throw it out. And the rest of the Premier League clubs could have voted to get rid of VAR, but they voted to keep it. And now they'll keep moaning about it. Get rid of VAR. It's an absolute disgrace. It's ruining the beautiful game. But there you go. What was you doing in 1980, this day, in 1980. So, I mean, a lot of years ago. What was he, 35 years ago now, T?
1980.
Yeah, it was the
What
season.
what day is it? Wait.
It's the 5th
Well,
of
I'm right.
February.
May have been playing in a game.
Yes, you was playing in a game on this day in 1980, the 5th of February 1980. Can you remember what game you were playing in? You scored 2
I was
goals.
probably.
You
I
scored
scored 2
you
goals.
scored 2 goals.
Wimbledon. And no, because that was Saturday.
Tinker scored a
It's got to
goal.
be. It's got. Who was?
Tinker scored a goal. Mark Smith scored a goal. And David Grant scored the other goal in a 5-1 win at Hillsborough
Bury.
against Bury. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he
Yeah.
beat Bury. It was the Dunsbury Owl that put that up on Twitter, and I retweeted it to our page. Guys, you can follow the podcast at Terry Curran _11 or on Facebook Terry Curran's football podcast, and interact and tell us what you want us to talk about. We are going to be talking the Curran view, Terry Curran's view on Jordan Henderson, John Duran, happy birthday to Ronaldo, Burnley's video, the Gedlin in, your mate John McGovern went in there and had a half. He only drinks half, Stony John. But first, before we're going to be talking about Terry Curran's view on these topics of the week, magic moments, TC, what have you sourced for us this week?
Yeah, mate.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
I have changed my mind 5 times. I start off with Mo Salah. Unbelievable goal Mo Salah's goal,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then I changed my mind, and I went to Ireland's header. Now, different type of goal.
Yeah.
But when you look at that, it's stretching.
Yeah, it's a great
And
goal.
the direction. I mean, he's 6'4".
Yeah, he's got
And
it,
a lot
hasn't
of tall players, haven't got that spring in them.
Yeah.
But he's got everything, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For a big lad, his spring is unbelievable. And to direct it, and I thought, different type of goal. But what a goal that was. If you watch him, he's leaning back.
Yeah.
I mean, well, not leaning back. He's having to lean back and then put the power into it and direct it into the top corner. And I'm giving that. Then I've seen England's next left back. Not on Sunday, but I saw him a week before that. This Lewis Kelly.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to him. And then what happens? I look at what's his name? Abbott's.
Yeah, Kai Havertz, great goal, great finish. Yeah.
But he's run.
Yeah.
He's run on the outside.
Yeah.
It
was brilliant. Yes.
And then a great ball into it.
Yeah.
But I finished up giving it to who's gone? Oh, Peterborough 2-2. Warney, the 5th goal. I mean, there's unbelievable goals in that game.
Yeah, it was.
Not just Mo Salah. There's some absolutely worldies this weekend again, hasn't there?
There are so many games. I didn't pick any from the Premier League. I thought, well, I'll have a look at some other goals for the Magic Moments, because we all like, talk about different leagues in football, and the Premier League does get all the eyes and focus on it, and rightly so. But just to point there, when Haaland scored that equalising goal, did you
2-0 lead. Sorry.
Did you think City were going to go on and win that game then, when Haaland got it to 1-1? I did.
Well, was it just before half time when he scored?
Can't remember. I thought it was the second half, but I'd have to revisit it. But certainly it was 1-0 Arsenal, and then Haaland scored. I thought it was early doors second half.
Yes, it was. But that's right, it was. But what happened? Arsenal's second goal. You look at it, and it's a great strike, and you think, what a goal that is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But when he shows you the replay, it is John Stone.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Right? And it didn't give City the momentum to get the put them under pressure. It took that pressure off for Arsenal, because Arsenal could have, if City had gone on, and maybe had a couple of shots at goal, may have scored one of them. You just don't know.
No.
But it was a killer goal, wasn't it? And then they scored two quick ones. Then so it was unbelievable, really.
Yeah, and it was quite a flattering scoreline, wasn't it? Really, because every time Arsenal went forward and shot at the goal, the ball went in the back of the net, which is quite incredible. But I did think when Ireland scored that goal, I thought, "Oh, game on here! I can
Yeah,
see
I did.
City going and winning this." How often have I been wrong since we've been doing
But
this
again,
football
a couple of
podcast?
mistakes, and I know they're
Yeah,
capable of doing that,
yeah,
but it's just been an unbelievable footy season for City.
been crazy. No
You
wonder Pep
know,
Guardiola's losing his hair.
uh, but I do know one thing: Tuchel has got a left back here that even he won't leave out at team. He's got to start.
Who's this?
This kid at Arsenal, this
Yeah,
Lewis
yeah, yeah,
Lewis Skelly.
he
He's
just,
got, I mean, you look at him; he has everything.
yeah.
And the biggest thing he's got, Gabby, for me, and this what makes him superstar player, the
Yeah.
confidence.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
he's got all the ability,
Yep.
but for him to have that arrogance
Yeah.
and not to work. I've told you this before. I used to say to players, forget Man United, forget Brian Robson, forget any of them. Let's go out and win. Afterwards, then you can shake the hands and say, what a player, what a great player you are, Robbo, and all that type of thing.
Yeah.
Don't respect anybody when you're playing against them.
Absolutely.
It's about winning. And breathing that confidence into your team. That this kid has got everything. He's got the arrogance. And you see, and I like the arrogance as long as it's not the cocky arrogance.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. As you say, you've got to have that arrogance to be playing at that level and doing what he's doing at that level. And I did hear someone liking him to Ashley Cole the other day, and I thought, blimey, I mean, if he does turn out to be like Ashley Cole, what a player he's
Ashley
going to
Cole's
be.
a great player.
Absolutely.
For me, I think he's on the next level, next step up from it, mate.
Yeah.
I really do.
Exciting times at Arsenal.
I will guarantee you he will get more goals than Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
He's just got Ashley Cole's an unbelievable world class player. This one is going to be on the next step to it, above it, I should say.
Do you know what gets me though? I mean, he's recently broke into the Arsenal team, but he hasn't just appeared from another planet. He's been here for some time playing football. Now, we could have taken someone that can play left back to the Euros, and we kept playing a right-sided player at left back because we said, "Oh, we got no left backs." Well, where the bleeding hell's this kid come from? Why didn't they take him? Of course we have, and we've got quality ones. Why didn't they take him?
You know as well as I. That Southgate is one of those managers who will not
100%.
take a risk with kids unless it really favours him.
Absolutely. 100%. And I'm looking at this kid and I just think, well, I just, for the life of me, don't understand. But then again, I look at a lot of things in football I don't understand. What I did understand was the quality of the magic moments this week from Brandon Thomas Asante, his goal from pretty much, I don't know, what would he say, 35, 40 yards out, Coventry. And he's just pinged it in, and the goalkeeper just coming back, couldn't get enough on it. I'm thinking, what a great strike, and what great vision as well. So I thought, well, that's going to be my top one.
What was the other one? What you posted up when he chipped it?
Well,
great move.
It was David McGoldrick's goal.
That's right, yeah.
Not counted. Great move, great touch. And he has he's just towed it, ain't he? He's just bang. And it's just like,
I mean, the keeper, when I saw it, I'm laughing to myself because I'm thinking, I bet that keeper's absolutely fuming inside.
Oh, he's just done him, ain't he? It's like, the finish is just, again, if that would have been Messi or, these top players, they would have been eulogising over it forevermore. But David McGoldrick take a bow. And then I saw Wilson Isidore's goal for Sunderland against Borough, and I thought, oh my God. I mean, what a great ball. He's latched onto the through ball. He's going towards the Borough goal. Does he shoot? Does he go round the goalie? No, he does a Peter Barnes. He sits the goalie on his arse and he walks it into an empty net. And I thought, That was Terry Curran, similar to, a
You don't
situation
see that. You
against
don't see
Chester.
that.
He'd have been on his
You
hands
don't
and
see
knees.
that, do you?
No,
You
you
don't see
don't.
that really
No,
now.
you don't.
People are shooting early at times.
Yeah.
Too often, I think.
Absolute quality.
You
Absolute
know,
quality.
so much composure, so much confidence
Confidence.
to be able
Yeah.
to do it. Fantastic, absolutely.
Arrogance with a
Like I said to
swagger.
you, there's been. I mean, I say it every week. There's that many great goals, but
Yeah, there are.
it's just unbelievable.
No, it's superb. And to see a player that plays, and I think up there in the northeast at the moment, I think there's some great teams. I mean, you've got Newcastle. I think a tremendous side. I'm going to watch Newcastle on Saturday. They're playing Birmingham City in the fourth round of the FA Cup. So I'm there with our Jack and me little pocket
What
rocket
about Villa
Duke.
signing him?
Yeah, I mean,
What a signing that is.
Well, we're going to go on to that first. Our first topic, Terry Curran's view on the transfer window. Yeah, what a signing. Newcastle actually scored a goal. I don't know if VAR is going to disallow this one as well.
The question, who scored?
It's the fella that plays on the right wing. What's his name?
Who's it for? Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah.
Yeah, he looked a good player, by the way.
He's the boy that was at Norwich before, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a good player, I'll tell you that now.
They're all round him. They've all got his arm around him. And I'm just trying to look and remember the name on his back. Jacob Murphy, that's it, yeah. Jacob Murphy. I mean, Isak's had a great shot, hit the beans on toast. It's bounced out, and Murphy's put it in, which is, do you know what? I think they might even disallow this goal as well, too. When that ball actually first comes into an area, he's offside, and then he's hitting the ball, he's knocking the back of the net. I just don't know what's offside, what isn't offside, what's a goal these days. Please get rid of VAR, it drives us up the wall.
I watched Newcastle against Bournemouth. I know Bournemouth well, and I watched Newcastle against Fulham. And prior to that, they played really, really well.
Yeah.
Arsenal, Tottenham. And then they look absolutely pathetic. You think, they've hit a bad patch.
Well, I'm hoping they're absolutely pathetic Saturday.
It looks of it tonight. They're playing really well.
Oh, it's been a good start to this game. 20 minutes gone. They could have 2 goals disallowed. Who knows? Let's wait and see. But yeah, you did talk about Rashford transfer window. Villa have done where they have actually kicked off, so it does look as though it's 1-0. Yeah, good business, Villa. Marcus Rashford.
Well, the question I'm going to ask anybody what listens to it, could Villa finish in top 4 now with Rashford?
Well,
signing of Rashford.
I look at, Asensio, Rashford, and then what's his name, the kid from Chelsea.
No, Jack.
Disarray or whatever his name is. I can't keep up with some of these foreign imports that we keep bringing in. And Chelsea have got so many. Arsenal look so open tonight, to be fair. But Marcus Rashford, going back to Rashford, what a great signing. He looks as though he's carrying a little bit of timber around the face for me. He didn't look in the best of shapes, but, he hasn't played for some time, so maybe that's the reason. But if they can get the best out of Rashford, what a signing.
You see, that's the thing. The manager's really been critical of him, hasn't he? His training's not been right.
Yeah.
He's not been playing, so has he put on a few pounds? Is he not bothered? He's under 3 exams a week. You know what? I hate to say that because I'm not one for being a critic of players.
No, absolutely.
At the end of the day, as a manager, I've got to get the best out of him.
Yeah.
Now, if the only way I'm going to get the best out of him is to play him, and do I play him to get rid of him as quick as I can, because that's a better option.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get more money for him by playing him. But by not playing him, all it's going to do is disrupts the club. And Man United look in turmoil at this moment in time.
They do.
When I saw that Villa had signed him, I thought, there you go on. Yeah, if they can get his mind right, there's goals in him. I guarantee you there's going to be goals in him.
Well, Rashford, okay, just of
late.
He's
an unbelievable player.
Yeah, just of late he's been off it for whatever reason, and we don't know. But before that, we do know that Marcus Rashford is one of the top forwards in this country. And when he's on fire, he is a formidable force. I think he's going to a great club, to a top manager, and I think that he's got something to prove. I think it's going to be a win-win for Villa. And you're saying, can they get in the top four? Yeah, I think they can. Can they get into the real latter stages of the Champions League? Because they now have got a decent squad of players, and some with a lot of experience of playing at that level. So you're looking at Villa being, could they get in the top four? Can they get to the latter stages of the Champions League? And I think on both accounts they can. Will they? Time will tell.
One player don't make a team, but one player
Makes a
can give that
difference.
team so much difference. It's unreal.
Absolutely. And the one thing that Villa have lacked a little bit of late is goals consistently. I did watch them against Wolves. I thought they had a tremendous goal disallowed. Again, VAR. But Villa do. When I've watched them, they've been famine or feast, if I'm honest. I've watched Villa and they've smashed teams and scored goals, and then in other games, that they're looking a little bit void of ideas in that final third, or just like that little bit of sharpness.
Is that to do with? And I'm not saying it is.
Might be, yeah, could be.
Is that to do with? Playing all these games,
could be,
and then the chop and change. Whereas before they didn't used to do that, did they?
Yeah, no, I mean,
they played they'd be the same 11 what played the previous 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, Newcastle had this problem, didn't they? When they played in the Champions League and they come back and they didn't win games, and as a consequence dropped out of the top four. I mean, this season with the coefficiency, we look as though we could have 5 teams in the Champions League. Well, I think we will have 5 teams in the Champions League. And if Villa were, say, 6th and they won the Champions League, we would have 6 in the Champions League, apparently, by all accounts. So the English are taking over Europe again. But, again, watch this space. I think Villa could finish in that top 4. I just think they've been a little bit inconsistent at times.
I think it gives them a lot better chance now, I'll tell you. I really do. I really do. Because there's goals in Rashford.
Oh, definitely.
And the kid, is it Jackson, the kid that they got from Villa?
They've got Asensio from PSG. They've got Malin. Who's this? What one?
What would they call that kid in Villa that looks an unbelievable player? Played at Man City, the signing from Villa.
Ramsey. Sorry, not Ramsey. Morgan Rogers.
Rogers,
yeah, and they got a young Jacob Ramsey, John McGinn. I mean, they've got some really, really good Tillemans and Kamara. I think they've got a lot of really good players.
Really quality, yeah. I think quality. And they're getting strength in depth now.
Absolutely. I think the one, talking to my mate earlier, the one thing that he would have liked to have seen is Villa bought a couple more defenders, because I think that they are struggling a bit central defensively. But they bought this boy in from Chelsea.
I thought Arsenal may have signed a striker, but they haven't done that.
Again, it's awkward, isn't it? Because they just want to buy that striker that they want. It's pointless them bringing in just any striker at their level. I mean, I suppose if they could have got Ollie Watkins or Isak, they would have.
We're not talking about a striker from England, getting from another English club.
No, talking about any striker. Just a top striker.
When you think about that, why not try and get Rashford on loan?
Well, yeah, again, another.
But you'd have thought with their scouting system, they could have gone to the South American football leagues and had a look at one of the main strikers over there. But
well, they found a good left back. They just need a central striker.
I find it weird. I really do.
I do as well. But Victor Osimhen, I think he'd be a great shout for Arsenal, and I'm sure they've had a look, and for whatever reason haven't been able to do the deal. But I do feel absolutely certain.
I don't think Arteta's happy.
No, I don't think he is. But I do think in the close season, I'd be amazed if Arsenal just didn't go out and bring in that one player that they need.
I get that, but as well as I do, he's been there 5 years now.
Yeah.
And every year, these last 2 or 3 seasons, this is the year Arsenal's going to do it.
Yeah, but do you remember
Yeah,
last year?
but forget what I'm trying to say to you.
I agree
You've
with you.
only got to get one or two people,
Yeah.
sort of about sacking him, but he needs sacking. So he gets other people saying the same thing. Then
Yeah, but
that's
they're
all I'm
all.
trying to get at.
Yeah, you're absolutely spot
I
on.
know. That's all I'm trying to get at me.
No, you're absolutely spot on, T, as always. But these same idiots last year were saying Arsenal don't need a central striker or a goal scorer. Look at all the goals they're scoring. Well, hang on a minute. I think Arsenal have scored about the same amount of goals as they did last year. This year is what they've done last year. But now they're all saying, oh, Arteta's failing, they need a striker. Well, you weren't saying they need a striker last year because you were saying they don't need a bloody striker. So make your mind up.
Yeah.
Does he need a striker or don't he? I think he's needed a striker for some time. But Arsenal have got goals all across the pitch. The
Oh,
only problem is they've had Liverpool this season who
the
have
thing
been
is that
unbelievable.
they try and walk it in.
Well, they
Don't they?
do. They do.
I think that's what Arsenal do.
But I still think they're second top scorers in the Premier League. And I think if you took Liverpool away, I mean, there was no drop off from Klopp leaving. They've got better. But I think, Arsenal have just been unfortunate that Liverpool have just improved.
They've been unfortunate, Arsenal,
They
that
have.
Man City's been that good.
Yeah,
And
100%.
you would not have expected Liverpool to have the season they're having
No,
with
I
a
wouldn't.
new manager coming in.
No, absolutely.
And Liverpool look even better
Yeah, they do.
than what they did under Klopp. That's no disrespect to Klopp because I like the way our Liverpool play. I like Klopp. But I look at them, Liverpool. They look an unbelievable football team, don't they?
I just don't think they look beatable. Whenever I
Yeah,
watch
you're right.
Liverpool, I don't think they look beatable. I think they could
You
go
look
on.
at
Yeah,
Brentford look an awkward opposition to play, don't you? Know
yeah,
what I
they
mean?
are. Yeah,
You just brush them aside.
yeah, they did. Yeah, and that's what Liverpool do. Liverpool actually don't need to play that well to win a game. Like Forest don't need the ball to also win a game. I mean, 7 goals. That was incredible. Forest is another team that could finish in the top 4.
Don't set me off with Forest. Who did they play?
They would have played Bournemouth. Bournemouth when they got smashed.
I know.
5-0.
I picked somebody for them to beat them at home. I'm sure I did. And I looked at it and I thought, oh, they got beat 5. They just made it that little. And again, they stepped up against the Forest.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I only looked at that. Who beat? Oh, they beat somebody 5, didn't they? Or
They got
Patrick Woods.
Yeah, they got beat. They got beat 5-0 by Bournemouth.
They got beat at Bournemouth, but last week.
And then they beat Brighton 7-0. And Chrissy Wood scored a hat-trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that game.
What is 7? That's 7.
7-0, yeah.
I'm sure on last week's one, I picked Brighton to beat them because I thought they may have just taken a little bit of a fact when they got beat at Bournemouth, but why did they bounce back?
You did. You had 1-0 to Brighton, and I had 2-2, and it was 7-0 to Forest. and the landlord and landlady at the Gedlin Inn were offering 3 points for Forest goals. I mean, I remember a car salesman. Birmingham hadn't scored for a while. Well, not many goals, and he'd offered if Birmingham scored 6, he'd give him a TR7. Birmingham played away at Leicester, won 6-2, and Burnsy scored a hat-trick, and that was the first week that he put the prize up of a TR7, and Birmingham won the TR7, and like Saturday, the Gedlin Inn, 3 points for every time Forest score. They only go and score 7 goals, so they were all in 7th heaven, but well done to the Gedlin Inn, well done to Nottingham Forest. I personally would like to see both Forest and Villa be in the Champions League places, and I think with 5, I think it's game on, wouldn't it? 2 former European champions.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. I've just gone for a wee there.
Yeah, no, you did. No, you did. I kept talking because I didn't want to say TC'd gone for another wee. It ain't a T. It's definitely a wee, 100%. What's Jordan Henderson going on about? I mean, that was a right spat with the journalist, wasn't it? So why weren't you having the captain's armband? Why didn't you celebrate? Were you moving to Monaco? What are you going on about? I thought it was a great response from Henderson.
You see,
To get people excited about Boost Mobile's new nationwide 5G network, we're offering unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month.
Forever.
Even if you have a baby.
Even if your baby has a baby.
Even if you grow old and wrinkly and you start repeating yourself.
Even if you start repeating yourself.
Even if you're on your deathbed and you need to make one last call.
Or text.
Right, or text. The long-lost son you abandoned at birth.
You'll still get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile.
Forever!
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
Forever.
If there's one thing that my family and friends know me for, it's being an amazing gift giver. I owe it all to Celebrations Passport from 1-800-Flowers.com, my one-stop shopping site that has amazing gifts for every occasion. With Celebrations Passport, I get free shipping on thousands of amazing gifts. And the more gifts I give, the more perks and rewards I earn. To learn more and take your gift giving to the next level, visit 1-800-Flowers.com/ACAST. That's 1-800-Flowers.com/ACAST.
Obviously, there's something must have happened that it must have been tapped to go to Monaco.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, there's something happened there. And then obviously the move's not gone through.
Yeah.
So he's got to defend it. Maybe he's been disappointed. He probably wanted to go to Monaco. You know, he's going to be playing in Champions League football with Monaco. So he definitely wanted to go. The reporters upset him, and then he's just gone on a rant, hasn't he?
But these reporters, and apparently the reporters kept going on and on and on about this, and I think Jordan had just had enough. And we've seen it in the Premier League, especially with Ange Postecoglou. Oh, it's the same old story. But what were you on about? Same old story. This interview started well again, innit? You know, and these reporters just seem to go for the jugular, go for the same, and want a response from a player. I thought Jordan Henderson was magnificent. Well, I don't need to tell you. Well, we want to know, but I'm not going to tell you. And I thought he was great, Henderson. I absolutely love that. And I think it's right with managers and players, when these journalists irritate you and get up your nose, just give it them.
You know as well as I do, they do it to
get a response, and they
change the headline, and that's what they do it for.
Yeah. But again, I thought that Jordan come out of it fantastically well, and well done, Hendo. I thought it was great answers, and because he always seems, I mean, I was never a fan of Jordan Henderson, but an honest lad, you know, and a genuine kid as well, and I do like him as a person. I think he's better
than what people give him credit for.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm not going to put him in a world class as a world class player, but
do you know what I think he was?
I think he's a very, very top player.
Yeah.
He's a player in a top team.
Yep.
What a manager will say to him, look, just give me the ball and give it to the ones with a bit more ability than what you. And you need that type of player in your team. And for me, he's been. I mean, Liverpool looked like they were going to sell him to Fulham.
Yeah.
And he stuck it out, which was terrific.
Yeah.
You know, he's not one of them what gives in. I will say that about him.
Yeah, I think he's one of them that's a brilliant, brilliant Premier League club player, but I just didn't think he was an international quality player for me. Not an international player.
In the right team, it'd be a top international player. In the right team.
Yeah, fair play.
Because he's that type of player what can get the ball.
Yeah.
You can't have 11 great players in your team. You've got to get that balance right. You know, that's what you've got. You've got to have more quality players in your team than, the other way around.
Absolutely.
But for me, like I told you, Robbo and Martin used to say to me, why does Clumpy always keep picking John McGovern? And I said to him, because he can do something what any of us can't do. Get the ball and give it early enough. You're looking for players what can do certain things in a team and get the right balance in. And for me, Henderson's a better player than people give him credit for. But in a bad England team, it looks like the rest of them are a bad player.
Yeah, agreed. Did you have you seen that Mark Crossley on that podcast they do Under the Cosh?
Yes.
Clips of him when Cloughie went to ask Cloughie why he called him Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hysterical, isn't it? I want to see the boss. Why'd you call me Jigsaw? And his answer was, I was crying listening to that. I mean, Brian Clough, absolute genius. John Duran, his carbon footprint must be going out. Next time they tell us to eat vegan burgers, have a green weekend, go to watch your team on a bike, all these football sport in this country and tell them to get stuffed.
Gabby, it's like COVID. Will you
No.
stop it? Will you
It's
stop it?
incredible. But he's going to live in
You know,
Bahrain.
there's millions of people that
Yeah.
flu jab,
Yeah.
and always finish up being sick when they get it.
Yeah.
My dad believed that he always had it. Dad, why do you always have that flu jab?
Yeah, I've never had a flu
You
jab.
know as well as I do.
Mm.
Do you think that they're going to let him do that? They might let him do it for a month.
Yeah, I know, that's
right?
what I'm
But
thinking.
it's like, but that the other thing that when you go on your carbon footprint.
Yeah.
Look, what about all them Bill Gates and all them travelling on the aeroplanes to Davos?
Oh no, it's absolutely ridiculous.
But the sheep, listen to them.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely.
It's not. Listen, have respect for people.
Yeah.
By all means.
Yeah.
But people have been taken for a ride, and now it's coming to an end.
Absolutely, T. So they will be having a green weekend soon, so you know what the reply is, guys. But
Here's a prime example. The kid, the guy at Forest Green.
Yeah, absolutely. Dale, whatever his name is, yeah.
Do you know before he got his money? Before he got his money?
Yeah.
Right? I'd like to know how he made his money. And then you don't tell me because I already know.
Probably selling oil.
But he lived.
Mm.
He was living in woods.
Yeah. Right, okay.
And then all of a sudden,
well, like Robin Hood.
He goes into energy and becomes, multi-millionaire.
Mm. Yeah.
And you know as well as I do, whoever the globalists push to go along with it, because they're getting paid millions of pounds.
Absolutely. It's all a load of cobblers. But,
Everything is.
He's doing a decent job. Any old, oh God, what's his name now? The fellow that used to play for Newcastle, Kevin Nolan, doing a great job there at Northampton Town. Getting some,
I don't know.
Yeah, he's grinding some results out. Going, well done, Kev. Yeah.
He has, Gary Boyer, gone to Burton Albion, terrific. And a kid, Roman Borrell, got played with him at Grimsby.
Oh, right, blimey.
Grimsby went to Middlesbrough, then went up into Scotland. Burton signed him, and he scored 5 goals out of the last 8 games. It's unbelievable run.
Blimey. Burnley's video to announce the signing of Marcus Edwards from Sporting Lisbon. Have you did you see that? I mean, these things, they tickle me, to be truthful. I mean, it's like the goal.
No surprises me, Gabby.
Honestly, it's like the goal celebrations. I mean, I find them irritating and they get up my nose, but some of them are actually fun. That Burnley one with Ross out of Friends, I mean, I thought it was absolute genius. I think they're all stupid how they do it all and the social media reels and that, but I did look at that and I did laugh, and I thought it was very creative. Shame Burnley aren't as creative on the pitch.
I don't mind it. I really don't mind it because as a player, there's times when you want to take the piss.
Yeah.
Just to light the crowd up a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. But if we did things like that in our day, we'd be crucified for it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, these days some of them are funny.
I just find it strange because clubs do it and allow it, and you think they wouldn't have allowed that nowadays.
Mind you, to be fair, they're trying to clamp down on the goal celebrations. I mean, I think the viral videos.
Always tried that, by the way. They always tried. Maybe that's what VAR's expecting for, to clamp down on it.
Imagine that.
Because I can remember a reporter asking me, but they were trying to clamp down on it back then.
Yeah.
When I was playing, I remember a reporter asking me what I thought of it.
Well,
I can find that cutting.
I mean, if you score a goal at whatever level you score a goal, you're euphoric and that. And if you want to go and celebrate it in whatever way, you go and celebrate it.
You can't help it, Gabby.
Exactly.
You score a goal.
Exactly.
Go to watch a local league team.
Yeah.
And watch the player score a goal. It's a local league team, you see. That adrenaline gets into him, and they forget everything for about
Of course you
5,
do.
10, 15 seconds,
Yeah.
and then he calms down. But it's impossible.
I mean, we've all scored goals. I mean, I remember scoring goals when I was a kid in cup finals for my Sunday league team. And you scored a goal, you feel as though you could jump over the moon. You just
Yeah.
absolutely to score a goal in a Premier League or at the highest level is just different class. So to have a go at
I
them for a
think
goal scoring celebration's
didn't
nuts.
he didn't he jump over the moon?
Who? I know the cow jumped over the moon, but
Yeah, the cow.
I don't know if it was a he or a she. If it had been these days, it'd have been a cow with nouns. But corner
Oh, by
TC.
the way,
Yes.
all of a sudden they're dropping all them pronouns now. Unbelievable, yeah.
Unbelievable. But corner, cup finals, talking of cup finals, and it looks as though Newcastle are going to the cup final, currently 1-0 up coming to half time. Football stories of great games, heroes and villains, the greatest by Cliff Haig. That looks as though it's going to be a tremendous read. All little footballing anecdotes by the looks of it, of the heroes and villains in cup finals, and some great stories. I wonder if it wasn't a cup final, but I wonder if the story of Stan Bowles when he kicked the FA Cup off its plinth at Roker Park will be in it. He bet Don, didn't he? He said, I bet
Yeah.
you a fiver that I can knock it off. Don probably paid up. I mean, if he'd been the shoe on the other foot, he's got no chance of getting the money off Stan. You know, them boys bet on it being a white Christmas the one year. There was snow and ice everywhere in London. They paid for the old drinks for the pub, and there wasn't a snowflake that dropped on Christmas Day, and the bookies wouldn't pay out. Oh, what a pair of characters they were. And it's only a game, kids football, 25 years on a touchline by Andrew Christophers. So again, that looks to be a great read. I've recently started watching kids football because my grandson has started playing
Yeah, I've seen it.
this
I've seen
season.
the photographs you keep posting, yes.
Yeah,
Terrific. Absolutely. And it's great to see the faces
it
and them
is.
playing, isn't it?
And I tell you, I watched the first game that they played, and I wasn't particularly impressed. And I've seen them since, and the improvement is superb. And they're a great bunch. I mean, they're only 7, all of them.
I don't believe it. How old are they?
7 they are. And
you weren't impressed. Unbelievable.
No, it's not the fact. Things had happened. I says to our Jack, "Oh my God!" But I don't want to go into it. But I've watched them, and the improvement, because they're a new team, they're only under 8, 7 years of age, and the football that he's got them playing now, because he's training with them all the time, and they're doing
watch
bits
their
and
faces.
oh, it's
To watch
great.
kids' faces.
Oh, it's great.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah, oh,
For
absolutely.
me.
And
if they can play, that's a plus. And if the team's a good team, that's a plus. And if the players can play, that's even a bigger plus.
I'll tell you what, he's got some right diamonds there in that team. I'm
Good.
really enjoying them, watching them play. So it's fantastic. And I got told to shut up as well the weekend.
So you should do.
Our Jack says, "Don't listen to him." all I were doing is telling our Jude just to come off his marker and create a bit of space. No, I know.
Let him play.
I know.
You know.
But you do get a little bit sucked in because you want them to do so well. So I shall stand there and shut my mouth and watch my lad coach them.
Them kids, the manager's telling them what to do. Their own little brain will be telling them what to do. And then the parents are telling them what to do. And then there's people outside shouting this and shouting that.
Yeah.
Just let them play.
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on. And Jack was absolutely spot on. I did say to him after the game, you were absolutely right to tell me to shut up and don't listen. So well done, Jack. Well done, 3Cs under 8s. And I shall be watching this.
Is he a Celtic fan, by the way?
No, it's 3Cs. Troy Deeney used to play for the Seas. And,
right, that's the colours.
And Lee Carsley. It's a Catholic community centre.
Right.
I mean, when I was a kid, we used to play against them. They're a great club in Chelmsley Wood. I've cut a chapter of my life with Ailey Doris, who's the Supremo. At one stage, we'd only got 3 teams playing, and they were playing over, I believe, in Sutton. But they've got the Catholic Community Centre at St Anne's, etc., and what have you, and they're getting the club back together. I think they've got something like about 18 teams now. I mean, they've always been a good club. So yeah, the Three Seas, where Troy Deeney started, and Lee Carsley as well, and those kids are, I wouldn't say following in the footsteps, but playing on the same pitches that those players that turned pro
You never
played
know,
on. So
Gabby.
you don't know.
One day.
Absolutely.
That's
So
how you look at it.
good luck to them. But yeah, it's only a game. Kids football, 20 years on the touchline by Andrew Christophers. And thirdly, different class. The Laurie Cunningham story by Dermot Kavanagh.
What a player.
Yeah, I mean,
What
I
a
have got
player.
that book in my library, and there it is. But different class. I mean, Laurie was different class, wasn't he? Ron would say to me, he could run on snow and not leave any prints. What a player, Laurie
What a
Cunningham.
great player. What a great player.
And just by coincidence, TC, Legends of the 70s Lounge, Lawrence Paul Cunningham, born on the 8th of March 1956, sadly passed away on the 15th of July 1989, born in Archway in London, 74 to 77 was at the Orient, scoring 15 in 75 league games, moved to the Albion where he teamed up with Cyril Regis and Brendan Batson, known as the 3 Degrees there,
3
Ron
degrees, yeah.
Atkinson, 21 in 86. I went and seen Ron because he calls him Batman, Batson. I said, why do they call you Batman? He said, well, my name's Brendan Batson and I'm a man, so Ron called me Batman. And when he was on the stage and there was him and there was Ron and Batson there and Richard Sydenham, who was the host of the night, he turned round and I honestly don't think he was put up. It was just the way he said it, because Ron's always got the permatan, and he said,
Yeah.
I don't think you'll see anyone in this room with a better tan than Ron Atkinson. He started laughing and looked at Batman, and they started laughing. And I thought, what a great way to break the ice. And they were both great value that night. But I sold him in 79 to Madrid, stayed there till 1984. 44 games in 13 goals. So I think he was pretty much in and out of that Madrid team, wasn't he? He was bought in on loan. Again, it was Ron in 1983 to Man United, scoring once in 5. And then 83 to 84, he went to Sporting Gijon on loan. 3 goals he scored in 30 league games. And then moved to, I don't remember Laurie going to France. He played for Marseille 84 to 85, scored 8 in 30 league games. So again, just a season he stayed there.
When Ron signed him at West Brom, he had an unbelievable season. And when he went to Real Madrid, he was in and out of the team.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
And he didn't really justify, his ability. Whether he went there, he got his head down a little bit, or whether he got there and he got little niggly injuries, I don't know.
No, I'm not sure.
But it would never, we didn't see the TV like we see it nowadays.
Not at all, no.
But I mean, the times when I did see him on TV in cup games and what have you, he looked still at times. He looked a terrific player.
And I mean, he looks great in that white kit, and that's the front cover of the book, Different Class. So if we want to know what happened in Madrid, it is all in this book, Different Class, of a player that was different class. But yeah, Marseille, played for Marseille. Then he come back to England, 85-86 season, and played for Leicester City. He played 15 times for Leicester. Moved
I can't remember that.
I can't.
I cannot remember that.
He moved back to Rayo Vallecano, 86-87, another season there. And then moved to Charleroi. And then he got an FA Cup winners medal when he was on the bench, wasn't he, for Wimbledon in 1988.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Laurie was on the bench.
But I can't remember that, though.
Yeah. 6 games, 1 goal for Wimbledon in 88. And then moved, I think it was after the FA Cup final next season.
I finished in 86, and I just lost interest in football for about 3 seasons. I didn't. The only time I watched it because I would have a bet. Other than that, but I never took the interest like I did. So when when did he get his fatal accident then?
In 1989, when he was moved then back out to Spain to Rayo Vallecano.
I didn't realise how many clubs he's had until you just
No,
mentioned
I didn't, to be fair. I was surprised. And I really don't remember Laurie in Marseille. But say it will be all in this book, and I'm going to read this book. I've got Charlie George's book to read as well. I'm going to get Barry Silkman's book. There's loads of great football books. And we always do give 3 books a shout in Book Corner every week, TC. And Legends Lounge of the Legends of the 70s Lounge, and we do podcasts with our legends. We've done, I think, something like 30 to date, and you can access the podcast,
Oh,
guys.
the other kid you asked me to get. Oh, Charlie, didn't you? Yeah.
Charlie George, yeah. If
I
you
forgot,
can.
yeah. I've just had that much on a moment in time.
No,
I'll
no,
say
you have.
that.
I know you have.
So,
But if you can get Charlie, it'd be
if
brilliant.
I think on, I'll get it.
What do you reckon about Fernandez's shorts? It made Carol laugh. He threw them into the crowd, or threw them in, or give them to. Usually it's a kid, isn't it, that they give it to? So I didn't watch the game live, but an adult got hold of his shorts. And he started sniffing them. I mean, how bizarre is that?
Oh,
It's incredible, isn't it? I mean, Carol was pissing himself laughing. But yeah. So, but I don't think it's the first time Fernandez has taken off his shorts. I mean, it's usually like shirts, but he took off his
it's
shorts.
Weird. By the way, it's a bit weird. It is a bit weird.
It is a bit weird, your shorts, but again, some kids got them, and he gave them a good old sniffing. £50 million for Mattis. Only time will tell whether that's good money well spent. I mean, it's a lot of money for a young kid that's hardly really played for Bayern Munich.
It's weird, isn't it? It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, but
because he had to settle in. Look, he may be a natural, and he comes in, doesn't need time to settle in, or if he goes the other way where he needs time to settle in, it could work against him.
Absolutely. And Sam Kerr, stupid and white. I couldn't believe that comment. I mean, I don't know what the FA are going to do. I mean, we do know.
I think I'm doing that. Sorry.
You know that bird that plays for Australia and Chelsea, Sam Kerr? She scores a lot of goals. Apparently, she's a decent player. Not that I know much about the female game now, because I don't watch it, because I'm sick of all the wokeness.
I've never heard of it, but go on.
But she'd something had happened in a taxi, and it's up in court at the moment, so we don't know what's going on and what the outcome's going to be. But she was at a police station. There's a viral clip going around on the internet, and she's talking to a copper, a male copper, and saying that he's stupid and white. Now, that's racist and misogynistic.
What is she? Is she black like?
Nah, she's black.
That's what I'm saying.
She's like kind of mixed race. She's not white, but she's.
Well, there should be no racism.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
But
To get people excited about Boost Mobile's new nationwide 5G network, we're offering unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month.
Forever.
Even if you have a baby.
Even if your baby has a baby.
Even if you grow old and wrinkly and you start repeating yourself.
Even if you start repeating yourself.
Even if you're on your deathbed and you need to make one last call.
Or text.
Right, or text. The long-lost son you abandoned at birth.
You'll still get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile.
Forever!
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
Forever!
Enjoy a brilliant sleep experience with Soundcore from Anchor. Stressed out by your partner's snoring? Having trouble falling asleep? Waking up too easily? Suffering from poor quality sleep? Now, put on Soundcore Sleep A20 earbuds. Experience unparalleled pressure-free comfort perfect for side sleepers. Choose your favorite sound in your curated playlist. Feel your body getting lighter and lighter and enjoy a full night of peaceful sleep with the A20's long-lasting battery. Then wake up feeling fresh with a personal built-in alarm. Get the sleep you deserve with Soundcore Sleep A20 earbuds. Discover more on soundcore.com. SOUNDCORE. Soundcore. Use code SLEEP at checkout to get $30 off. SLEEP in all caps.
You shouldn't be working in their favour neither.
No, not at
they
all.
can say what they want to other people.
I mean, do you remember Benton Kerr, what he'd said about Sonny? And he was just only having a laugh. I don't really know what he said, but what did he get? 6-game ban? They wanted him to have a bigger ban. But I've not really heard the FA come out and say anything about this case.
You won't.
And you won't. And that's the thing too. And that's what
By the
annoys
way,
so many people.
Listen, since he's got back in Trump, everything will get exposed. Everything will get exposed.
Well, we will
Jim
wait.
White and all that. Jim White and all that.
Yeah.
They've got the job just to keep pushing the radical left want them to do. And it's them what's the problem.
Yeah.
I used to vote for Labour all my life. I was lefty, but I'm glad I turned.
Absolutely.
And got away from them.
Well, I'm not voting Labour. We got holes in our roads in Birmingham. We ain't even had our bins emptied.
Well, by the way, we've got to vote somebody, Gavin, because I'll tell you what, you're going to look up down this country. What mayors we've got up down the country.
I know, it's an absolute disgrace. The country's gone to the dogs. But,
right? And what Elon Musk has just found out without this USA type of thing, that's happening all around the world,
Oh, God. I mean, the money that
all around the world.
Yeah, the money that Britain hemorrhages giving money to foreign aid.
There's millions of pounds on taxes. These roads should be done, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And like hospitals.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with keep putting money into hospitals.
No, absolutely.
Right?
So it's a joke.
You can put as much money as you want in it. If you keep getting too many people into country,
absolutely, the infrastructure in there
can't work. It cannot work.
Absolutely. Happy birthday, Ronaldo, 40 today. He did say that he's the greatest player of all time. He is the GOAT. He come out and says that he's the GOAT.
Well,
I know.
There's no harm in that.
No, there isn't. But
there's no harm in that. I mean, I think, I love Ronaldo, but I think Messi's a better player.
Yeah, personally, I do.
But that's only opinion.
Yeah, of course it is. I think Ronaldo's a great player.
And I love all the great players what's been, but George Best is still the best player I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. And we're all entitled to it. Ronaldo is entitled to his opinion. His opinion, he is the greatest of all time. But I think the one thing that everybody can agree on is I think he's got the greatest ego of all time, hasn't he? I mean, and he needs to be confident. I get that.
I get. Listen, there's no harm in that. What makes me laugh with everything when people turn around and say, "Well, Messi's not doing it in the Premier League." Yeah. My answer to all that is this:
couldn't do it on a Tuesday night in Stoke.
Yeah. my answer to all that is this: Ronaldo was for sale.
Yeah, absolutely.
Messi
never
couldn't be bought.
No, that's a great point. I mean, I don't think you could have bought Messi.
It's possible.
To be fair as well. T, if you're playing for Barcelona, you've won 8 Ballon d'Ors. You're playing in a wonderful country, a wonderful city. Why would you want to move anyhow? That's what I don't understand. It's ideal where he is. They can speak the language, Spanish. Why would Messi ever want to have left and come and played in the Premier League? Why would he want to do that? I personally think Messi is one of the greatest. If I've got the choice out of Messi and Ronaldo, I'm always going to go Messi. I think Messi's a genius.
In modern day football.
In modern day football, yeah, but we've had so many greats in the past.
For me, I don't know how they can keep saying they're the two greatest. Zidane, you tell me a better player than Zidane.
I think they're the greatest of the time that they played, but when you look at other greats...
I tell you what annoys me when I look at people like Charlie George, Alan Hudson and Curry. If they'd have been in the country, we'd have been talking about them being great players.
Yeah, 100%. So I still talk about all them players as great players. Yeah, as great players. You look at Jimmy Greaves, great player. You look at John Charles, Duncan, great players. And I think players of the past, Puskas, Di Stefano, should never be forgotten and are always Johan Cruyff in the conversation of the greatest of all time. Pele,
Ronaldinho, when you look at that Ronaldinho,
unbelievable. What talent he had.
And Maradona,
So many.
Maradona, when I look at Maradona and Messi, Maradona and Ronaldo, that ball talked.
Do you know what? Out of all the players, Cruyff, Maradona, Zidane, Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo, who I think was a better player than this Ronaldo,
You best strike I've ever seen that line.
Out of all them, I would put Ronaldo CR7 at the bottom of the list. Personally, my personal
I get
opinion,
that.
I'd put him at the. He would be the player I'd
Ronaldinho,
less like to
when
watch.
you look at the things what he did on the football pitch, that Ronaldinho,
I'd pay money to watch
I
him.
saw him, mate. The greatest pass I've ever seen anybody, and I've seen some unbelievable passes in my lifetime. That Ronaldinho, I've seen him in one of the great, well, not one of them, the greatest pass I've ever, for Barcelona. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I just think he was an absolute genius, and I would put, as I say, I would put all of those above Ronaldo. Again, just my opinion, but there we go.
See what Messi and Ronaldo have done. They never went nightclubbing, did they?
No, not really. Again, different times.
No. Listen, they never went.
Pelly did.
Ronaldinho went nightclubbing like George Best did.
Yeah,
and half the time he turned up for training 2 hours late.
Yeah. Mind you, you'd let him, wouldn't you? I mean,
if he could have stuck to his principles like them two did, right? He got every mortal thing, hadn't he?
Oh, absolutely. But would he be the same player if he was, conformist like these players are?
I don't think that's conformist.
No, but it's his lifestyle, and it's the way he is.
But they definitely took the edge off him towards the end of his career. He should have. If he'd have done what Ronaldo and Messi did, he'd have had that longevity in football.
Yeah, but I still think that Ronaldinho is up there on that top table.
I don't dispute that.
No, absolutely.
You know as well as I do what I'm getting at.
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
Right. The critics will always turn around and say, "Well, it weren't so." Yeah, I've seen him do things on a football field. What Messi and Ronaldo hasn't done.
Yeah, no, they couldn't do. Well, Messi maybe, Ronaldo, no chance. But Ronaldinho, absolute one-off and a genius and a player that I would pay a lot of money to go and watch. And most players I wouldn't pay to watch and play.
Have your Messi's got that over them?
Yes, I'm just going to go on to the football forecast. We were talking about the great Ronaldinho. What a player. I've done you last week too, Forson. You only correctly scored.
I no wonder why you've done me when I'm picking Forest and they go win 7. Jesus, to get beat. I can't believe it.
Spot on. You got Derby against Sheffield United, and then you got nothing else. No, I got spot on Donny versus MK, and then I got the Sheffield United away win and Everton. I got Everton to beat Leicester. But so I won 2-4. So
3 great wins for David Moyes, hasn't it?
He's had a great time, hasn't he, since he's gone back there to Everton. Illiman and Joy just looks different class. And they are playing in the FA Cup on Saturday against Bournemouth. Will Illiman, Enjoy, and the rest of the Everton team put Bournemouth to the sword? I think Bournemouth might make a load of changes here, personally.
Yeah, I can't believe it, mate. I really can't.
He usually does, to be honest, Ariola. I think they'll make 9 changes at least. What do you reckon?
1-0 Everton.
Yep, I'm going to go 2-1 Everton because I think Bournemouth will make that many changes. It'll be Everton versus Bournemouth's reserves. Southampton versus Burnley. I'm going to go 2-1 again to Southampton. Burnley Burnley have only conceded 9 goals all season. Ridiculous. I think they'll concede 2 the weekend.
I may have gone 2-1 Burnley, but that was a great result. I thought I had Southampton to beat Ipswich in time, but I was not done.
You had Ipswich to beat Southampton.
Did I? I thought I got Southampton to beat Ipswich.
1-0.
I'm going to go for 1-0 Southampton.
1-0 Southampton. You'll go WBA versus Sheffield Wednesday in the Championship. Big game for you. They've brought some decent players in and all Albion.
1-1.
1-1. I'm going to go 3-1 Albion. I think they're. I think now with them players that are.
Wednesday a better team away from home than they are at home.
That's true, yeah. Mind you, I think the Albion really are now with Tony Mowbray. Although they got beat the weekend, didn't they, against Plymouth? Yeah, away from home.
I know they went 1-0 up and all right in Montcouper.
They are a funny team, the Albion, but I think with Armstrong coming in and the other players, I'm looking that he's bought in Mowbray. I'm thinking, you never know, the Albion might just get in the playoffs now. Norwich versus Derby. This is This is my shout. I'm going to go Norwich 2, Derby 0, and will the gaffer still be at the helm?
I was going to go that. So I'm going to go. I'll go 3-0, and I think that'll be his last game on Saturday.
I'm surprised he's still there, to be fair, but there you go. And Huddersfield versus Reading. How do you see this one shaping up?
1-0 Huddersfield.
1-0 Huddersfield. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. And then Monday night football, Doncaster versus Crystal Palace. I'm going to go Doncaster 1, Palace 3.
3-0 Palace. 4-0 Palace.
4-0 Palace. I hope Donny win. Young Gibby plays at Doncaster, so the eyes will be eyes of the nation will be on Doncaster. So good luck to Doncaster. I really hope that they can, turn Palace over, but I just can't see it. For teams like Crystal Palace, teams like Everton, teams like probably not so much the Villa. They're going for the Champions League. I get all of that, but for a mid-table side, surely the only thing that you're going to win or are capable of winning is the FA Cup. So, if you're Palace going to Doncaster, 4th round, surely you're going to go absolute 100% strong and get that game won and get in the 5th round, get a home draw at Selhurst Park. It could be quarter-final, semi-final, you never know, could be even a final of the FA Cup. So I do think Palace will go strong. And finally, same with Forest. Forest away at Exeter. TV think that that's a possible banana skin. The only reason it's televised on Tuesday night. How do you see that one shaping up, T?
2-0 Forest.
2-0 Forest. So you're going 0-2. I'm going to go 0-3 for Forest. Good luck to all the teams. TC, thanks for your time. Love to you and yours. And we'll see you next week, mate.
Yeah, see you next week. Good luck, everybody.
I'll be putting some pictures.
Have a great weekend, Gabby. Everybody.
I'll be putting some pictures of Birmingham City against Newcastle. I'll be down there, St Andrews, on Saturday afternoon. Well, Saturday early evening.
See you later, then.
Cheers, my cats. See you in a bit. Bye for now. And thanks for listening, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
The new Boost Mobile network is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for life.
That sounds like a threat.
Then how do you think we should say it?
Unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month for the rest of your life?
I don't know.
Until your ultimate demise.
What if we just say forever?
Okay.
$25 a month, forever.
Get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month with Boost Mobile forever.
After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan.
If you're a facilities manager at a university, you know students rely on the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the occasional late-night snack. So when a dishwasher breaks down and dirty plates pile up, the mess hall can turn messy in the blink of an eye. Enter Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast delivery, the product you need now is never far away. So you can turn that dishwasher back into a lean, clean washing machine. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Enjoy a brilliant sleep experience with Soundcore from Anchor. Stressed out by your partner's snoring? Having trouble falling asleep? Waking up too easily? Suffering from poor quality sleep? Now, put on Soundcore Sleep A20 earbuds. Experience unparalleled pressure-free comfort perfect for side sleepers. Choose your favorite sound in your curated playlist. Feel your body getting lighter and lighter and enjoy a full night of peaceful sleep with the A20's long-lasting battery. Then wake up feeling fresh with a personal built-in alarm. Get the sleep you deserve with Soundcore Sleep A20 earbuds. Discover more on soundcore.com. SOUNDCORE. Soundcore. Use code SLEEP at checkout to get $30 off. SLEEP in all caps.
And this week's episode is sponsored by The Gig in Acox Green, Birmingham. Our fantastic venue, bar and recording studio. Find them on all social media platforms. Just search for The Gig, Acox Green, Birmingham.